Good day, beautiful people. Let's get right into some energy. Guide me. Giving a message that the collective need right now in this now moment. You know, to do this. Let's read it. Give it this. Negative. Thank you so much. Messages for my collective today. Collective energy. Only the top card there. Collective energy. Please and thank you. I'll take the top bottom. This one. Okay. And I'm going to do one more. Wait, some of these cards are flipped. The collective that will be viewing this, please give the messages that resonate. They need to hear. Messages that you have for them. Okay, a lot of these cards are flipped. I'm going to just let them be flipped and just go. Thank you for the collective messages. All right. Let's do the top one here. Okay, so the first card is You Got the Love, Hadarian Energy, Codependency, Boundaries. The Hadarians are believed to be beacons of pure, divine, unconditional love who see love in all people and situations. As a result, they can find it hard to have boundaries, interdependent, healthy relationships, because they only see the unconditional nature of those they meet. The lovers of the cosmos, they dive in fast. They're here to learn how to love while in separate bodies, to learn to love self first and then establish healthy relationships with others, to remember that the love they seek is already within them, that they truly do have the love all on their own. The message of this card is to review the ways you may need to establish healthier boundaries. Perhaps you're in a codependent relationship in which you may be losing your sense of self. It's common for star seeds to dive deep into relationships, particularly with those who feel safe and familiar at a soul level. Perhaps you're in a relationship in which you give more than you receive, or perhaps there's a certain volatility to it, and you're always unsure where you stand. This card is a sign to do a relationship review and see what energetic agreements you made, consciously or unconsciously, to acknowledge if there are relationships in which you feel anxious or powerless, in which you don't feel like it's safe to relax and just be you, to assess if there are any places of inadequacy that you've used a relationship to soothe and cover up. Okay? So, guys, I also want you to take note of if you have your journals out, and just, get your journals out to journal prompt these questions to yourself. Do you lose yourself in relationships? That's a question to ask. And if so, how? Also ask yourself, how can you develop a deeper love for yourself? So the first card is definitely about self-love and self, and to make sure that you're honoring everything that you need first before you begin to open up yourself to others. Um, to do a mental check, a heart check, a space check on who are in your personal boundaries that only yourself supposed to be. Because there is a boundary that we should have for ourselves so that we are making sure that we are well taken care of, that we're well, that we're healthy. And sometimes because we could be overgivers, starseeds can be very overgiving, very overloving, and give more than what they receive. Sometimes we don't even recognize that we have people in our very personal boundaries, our personal space that is for our self-care and for ourselves. And so this card is saying definitely check where your boundaries are for yourself and your self-care and your personal needs, your thoughts, your books, your heart, your journaling, your self-love, and see if there's anybody sitting in the corner too close or too close to those realm that you have for yourself. Once you make that check, if there's someone there or people there, you need to begin to reevaluate where they are so that you can keep that sacred space for yourself. And to be strong and know that, like, hey, if the people are there for deeper reasons than you may know, or than deeper reasons that you may have not had checked for yourself, but you're now thinking of, like, why do I have these people in my close vicinity of my personal boundaries? Know that if it's a love issue, that you have all the love. You have all the love that you need. It's deep within you. For lack of a better word, fake it until you make it. Tell yourself how much you love yourself. Do things that's considered self-love. And continue to do this ritualistic until you begin to fill your own cup up and to truly feel like, hey, I do truly got myself, my higher self, my God in self do truly have me. Source within me, the breath of life within me is truly showing out because I am given space for it to demonstrate that and talk to me and tell me what I need to do before me and around me and with me. Begin to build that relationship with your higher self, with your source within, so that that becomes your best friend and that you don't need to substitute for it. Okay? So here the card already said we are like, this card is showing that we're definitely true lovers of the cosmos, and we might tend to cling to codependency when we probably need to look at the dependency of source of the breath of life, which gives us breath every day, and talk with that and be with that and trust in that. Okay? And it's okay to be loving and unconditional, but first with yourself, and let it overflow to others. Let it extend. Okay? And I'm going to digress with that card, and let's get to the next one. So the next card is your life is a canvas. Artist manifestation creates creative accountability. You're the artist of your life, and your life is a canvas. Take responsibility, and see that, I gotta pause there, because that take responsibility is that not being codependent and having boundaries and taking charge of your life. But take responsibility for your ability to create. And we creators, and we create our own. Okay? Earth is known as a planet of manifestation. Your present moment is based on your past thoughts and beliefs. Your current thoughts determine your future. What kind of life do you want to create for your future? What are you being called to create? Reconnect with your manifesting power and align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the vibration that matches them. It's never too late to start, and no experience is required. All you need to have is an open heart and mind and consistent daily action. If you're not sure what you would like to create, start instead with a feeling of deep gratitude for all that's good in your life right now. State out loud what you're most thankful for. Look for the good in your life, and one thing will be certain. You'll find yourself attracting more and more good experiences into your world. This card is inviting you to see your entire life as a canvas, and the picture is completely up to you. Color it with your thoughts and feelings. Create the life that you most long to live. You may also be called to be more creative in your everyday life. What have you been called to create? How can you express yourself more creatively? Okay? And so, guys, also in your journal for this card, write and add an answer. What are you being called to create in your life? So this card is like full blown take responsibility, accountability for the life you are creating daily. From how you think, how you sleep, how you eat, how you be, how you talk, how you show up, what you post, what you love. You have loves, you have dreams. Are you aligning yourself with those dreams daily? Are you at least making the effort to align with those things? And are you surrounding yourself with those things to help you create and paint that life? I'm a believer of and a knower of everything is at our fingertips. If we make a conscious effort to begin to align ourselves with those things that we know we are meant and called to do, those things will start to become our reality. But first, I like how the lineup of these cards are coming out, because but first you got the love, and you got to know you got the love. You got to know, and you got to have these boundaries, because if you start to paint this canvas of the life you want to live, you got these people in your proximity painting on your canvas, then it can distort the vision. It can distort your original picture. So that's why in the beginning, when I was reading this card, I was hearing to align with source within yourself, to really love on you and know that you got all the love. Be more dependent on yourself to the point of source life within you. When you have that down pat and you listening and y'all at one and y'all communicating and y'all have this beautiful, bountiful relationship, when you begin to start painting on this canvas of life with your thoughts, words, deeds, you're going to see your picture is untainted with other people's stuff, untainted with the ones that you might got in your boundaries that are not supposed to be that close, and that level of boundaries you have for yourself. Okay? So if you're not happy with your life, if you're not happy with how things are showing up and turning out, this energy is saying just take account and be honest with yourselves on what type of things do you say to yourself, what type of thoughts do you have about yourself, what type of pictures and things do you daydream about and think about on a daily, what type of things do you give your energy to, what type of things do you watch, what type of things do you talk about with yourself and with others. Do you read books? Like, do you journal? Do you take note of, you and what type of things are showing up that may trigger you, bother you? Have you healed through them? I mean, this energy is really given to really take note of everything in your life so that you can get full control of the will of your destiny. Okay? Okay, next card is Messenger. And like, as I'm getting ready to read this card, I feel this overwhelming feeling of love. I'm just gonna freestyle right now and just really say, like, whoever watching this video, like, I don't know where you are in your life. I don't know how your day feels today or how your day been feeling as of lately. But I have this overwhelming amount of love to just in my heart space and in my chest to say, I truly love you. I'm truly thankful for your existence. I'm truly thankful that you're here. I really truly ask that what I am reading today, that it helps you. And that those that this resonate with, that they align with this. And those who don't resonate, that they don't waste their time to click this video. But those who have, and you're made it to this part, I love you. And you are loved. You are cared for. You are heard. Your higher self is hearing you, and it wants you. You want to use me as a confirmation in this moment. That keep aligning yourself with that inner voice, the good of you that's telling you right. Y'all are on one accord, and keep trusting it. Keep doing everything in your power to make sure you have that level of relationship with your true source self, the breath of life in you, the inner voice, the still small voice, because she is speaking. Okay? And she loves you. So the last card that this collective for this video have is Messenger. Sirius energy, bringing harmony and balance. Okay? You're part of the lineage of souls who have dedicated their lifetimes to the upliftment of the planet. Returning time and again to see the light. The crystalline ones, the ones who are here to plant the sacredness of life back in, to honor both the sacred feminine and masculine, to usher deep reverence back in. Many ascended masters are thought to be connected to the energy of Sirius, often appearing as a shade of blue. They hold the frequency of pure love. Here's love again, guys. And are here to help the masculine and feminine exist in harmony, to ensure greater balance, to help us see that we're all connected and that the masculine and feminine energies exist within us all. You're being called to bring about this balance and harmony between the masculine and feminine, to be a guardian of harmony and balance on earth. Think of the whales traveling around the globe, sharing love through their healing vibrational sound. Oh my God, they sound so sacred and so beautiful. Whew. They got the keys to our hearts, whales do. That their vibrational song, you guys, they do. Okay? It says, their unique notes send balance and harmony to every corner of the planet. I love this. A rebalancing of the masculine and feminine is occurring worldwide. It's a resurgence of the sacred within us all. A returning of the sacred union within. A rekindling of heaven and earth. You can begin to bring harmony and balance by creating in your own life. The ripples will flow from there. I'm going to pause there and really just kind of highlight how it was talking about creating harmony and balance in your own life. And it just reminds me of the second card here, your life is a canvas, creative accountability. And creative accountability to me is like, what you're creating, you're taking accountability for what you create, versus saying like, this happened to me and I had no control. It's like time to take your pen, to take your paintbrush, and just really be like, I'm going to create this, and this is what I want to create, and I'm going to make the world a better place. I'm going to make it a beautiful place. I'm going to make the world the home I live in, or I dwell in, or my bedroom, or my thoughts around to bask in. That is a sacred oasis for me. It's like taking full accountability for all the beauty in your life. That's a wonderful creation. But I just like how these are all aligning with themselves or with each other. So, and also I want to highlight the part like creating this harmony and balance in your life will begin to ripple on out, and it will flow. Okay. You can honor and balance the sacred masculine and feminine energies within yourself and others. I feel like, and through this, I feel like when you start with self, you become the messenger. You become the message you bring. It's not necessarily, oh, what message do you have me to say today, Source? It's more creating happiness and harmony and balance with yourself and doing the things you love. You become a living vibrational manifestation of what you do daily. It's like your consecration. You become the blueprint, the prototype of what it is that you do on a daily basis. You become this. You become your canvas. It's almost like when you start to create your canvas, you're literally only putting out what's already in you through the inner thoughts that's aligning you and sharing and teaching you and guiding you to bring it on out. It's mirroring itself back to you. And what others on the outer bounds see, they're literally getting mail in their inbox, and they're opening, and this process of opening it and reading it and understanding it is happening when they view you living a life of harmony, living a life of balance, really loving on yourself and taking care of yourself and having those boundaries, really bringing into this realm and aligning in this realm the things you love, the dreams you have for yourself, and really just taking the steps forward, just the little things. It's something that I read earlier. I want to see if I can remember it. But it was saying, it's never too late to start, and no experience is required. All you need is an open heart and mind and consistent daily action. But just the fact that to be an artist and a creator, I'm really getting this energy, and I like I'm not trying to critique it, but it's just this knowing that there's no right or wrong when it comes to art, being an artist and being creative. And so whatever it is that you feel called to do, whether it's small, big, if you're judging it, like, oh, that's me just taking, I would say, a sacred self-care bath. That's nothing. Let's just say that that's how some people feel. That within itself is no right or wrong answer. And the thought to think of a sacred self-care bath and begin to work your way towards creating that bath. What makes this bath sacred? Do I pray over my water, right? Do I add roses, petals to it, whole roses? Do I laminate a picture or laminate something and put it in there with me? Do I put crystals in it or around it? Do I light candles? Do I add fragrant bath salts? And those thoughts, those simple things, to some, is exactly painting. People may not be there when you are doing those things, because that is your own personal space and boundaries that you need to have, that's between you and source. But you painting that's the creativity. That's part of it. It's just an example, because everybody's going to look different. When you are done with that sacred self-care bath, this is an example, the way you will radiate differently, because how intentional you were when you began to create and have fun with that. Will blossom you into a messenger that ones will see and get a message What happens is we don't know how people will receive that message, or we don't know what people are truly getting. But we did our part when we began to create the life within the inner bounds of our boundaries that we care to see and that we love. So, collective, this was fun. Until next time, peace and goodwill to you all.